get ready for
I'm
soccer.
on the phone, Kaden.
What are you doing right now?
I'm making a phone call.
Hello. You've reached the voice.
Are you going to do Madden?
Yeah, I am. Thanks.
Game, do you want me to leave you alone?
Yeah, but I need Teddy. Oh. We'll get ready for soccer.
I know.
Can you leave the door open? Leave the door open. It's
Are you
fine.
going to play Madden game right now?
Yes, leave it open. Okay.
We've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. Fielded just outside the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
White Monday down.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Carr on the bootleg. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense put pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Hey, 734. Who's right, Chief? 734.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Raiders need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded at the 5. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 24. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 27, Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. The Broncos are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He hits Adams complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
What?
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, it's Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded at the 5. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alert, 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 alert.
Now it's Wilson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Looks like a 2nd empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Take it in at the 3. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Wilson's throw there, complete to Hamler. 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Point after here coming up. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr aiming for Jacobs. He's got him, reeling it in on the out route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
You're mine. SAP.
Carr now on first down. He gets this one to Mechie. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Go, go, go.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Down. 9, 9.
In motion, the tight end. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On the handoff is, and now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Johnson, the man in motion right. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Johnson's got it complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
Go Chief! Heavy!
Jacobs going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out 2nd down.
I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
2nd down and goal. Carr. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
They'll run with Jacobs. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There's no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try to put some pressure on the defense.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Alert.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On play action, now Carr. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Right. Lie down.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Wilson fighting to stay upright, but in the end the pressure too great and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's caught here by Adams. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
What now?
From the 27, Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, 734. 734.
Carr going to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are an extra point away from going up by 30. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now Wilson on first down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 3 yards remain for second down.
Block that, block that. Check.
Here's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line.
Check.
Throwing again here, Wilson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On 2nd and inches, Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Good job right there.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Touch 50.
To throw again on second down, Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on third down.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's the sneak with Wilson, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a give up the middle. This is White. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Carr now to throw. He hits Adams, complete. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams, 81 yards. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, look, double count right here, double count.
Throwing is Wilson. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
65 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaching.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. They start the drive with White. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Carr to throw. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Mike. Right to one. White, run that down. Express.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Las Vegas, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on
Biggie.